Welcome back. Thanks. Nice interview, Joni. Of course, we don't always get the luxury of winning, talking to the winner.
I don't think the winner could speak English.
In that last case, okay. Okay, we're watching right now in the red corner. We have Raylene Kellogg, and she is formerly of Campbell River, now based out of Calgary, and her coach is Mike Miles.
Mike Miles of National Kickboxing.
Yes, and she is sporting, we should mention, a record of 4-2 with 1 KO. Melissa Misiuda is her partner in the blue corner. Melissa is 6 foot, and Raylene is 5'6". So we have a little bit of a discrepancy. And Melissa is also from Toronto, Ontario.
Right off the bat,
right
really.
off
That's
the
something
bat.
that Mike Miles must have taught her, that cut kick to the calf, because that's one of his trademarks.
It was quick, and it caught her off guard. Raylene in the red trunks, Melissa in the blue trunks.
Now, Melissa has the reach advantage. She's got the height advantage, but unless she uses it, it's not going to do her any good.
Well, she's being thrown around pretty handily out there right now, and she's trying to take charge. Oh, nice kick. Up to the side. Melissa's coming at her.
This is a title fight for both of these for the Canadian title.
Canadian women's welterweight Muay Thai title fight, as you indicated.
Toronto versus Calgary.
East and West at its best. As we watch, Melissa gets stung again, comes back. Couple of kicks to the midsection. Are there any special rules for the women?
No, the women's rules are exactly the same as the men's.
Melissa's coming back, getting a couple of solid punches.
In this case, it looks like the height advantage is playing in the favor of Melissa Misiuda. So my advice to Raylene Kellogg would be to go low and try to prevent the grabbing.
Go low the way she started out.
Yeah, and she's having some effect there. Each one of those kicks that she does to the inside of the calf or the inside of the thigh is worth 1 point.
Well, she's adding her point total up right now. The weight, there's an 8-pound difference. Raylene was 141 and Melissa was 147. Good contact again by Melissa.
So one thing from I've seen 3 of Raylene Kellogg's fights, she's tenacious, and you can see this. She's just standing there. She's only got one direction when she's fighting, and that seems to be forward, full speed.
Referee indicated, went over and talked to her and said, okay, this is 5 2-minute rounds once again with a 1-minute rest between the rounds. Now we look, we're in the blue corner, Melissa Misiuda from Toronto, representing Siam #1. There you can see Melissa. And the other young lady, Raylene Kellogg, is actually nicknamed the Blonde Bombshell. In the red corner.
I wonder who gave her that name.
Well, we watched the trainer, Mike Miles, is coming in, giving her some good...
Actually, that's one of Mike Miles' students. Mike Miles is not here tonight.
No, he couldn't make it. Well, if it's one of Mike Miles' students, he's obviously been given some good hands-on instruction, and he's talking to her right now.
Yeah, his fighters fight internationally, so he's probably at another fight tonight, and he's got these guys coming out with Raylene.
That was a shortened intermission for Melissa. She seemed to get up and out of that corner very quick.
Yeah, she doesn't look like she's working that hard. So she's
you tell her that.
She's obviously in good shape. It's deceptively fit.
Raylene's going after her, faked a couple of kicks and then went after her with a jab.
Raylene is very tenacious here, but she's got to keep her hands up, because when she's taking those shots to the head, she's losing points.
Well, she's holding her hands apart too, and that's allowing her to get on the inside.
Now Melissa Misiuda is controlling her. See,
when you're holding, strength works.
When you're holding the head like that, wherever the head goes, the body's going to follow.
They just flail them around from that vantage point.
And she looks like she's able to do that. She's got the strength behind her to do that.
Well, she does, not only having a height discrepancy in height.
3 kicks, all of them scoring. One right to the chest, which looked like it was somewhat painful.
Raylene sort of took a couple stutter steps back on that one.
Now, one thing about Raylene, she can take it.
She continues to go. Inside kick to the midsection by Raylene Kellogg.
Now, Raylene's got a problem that many female fighters have over the years that I've seen is what to do with her hair, because it ends up getting out of the top when they've tied it off into a ponytail, and it's in her face, and it makes her vision very, very difficult to see.
It does. It obscures your vision and gives your opponent the upper hand. We watch going back, separated by the referee. Two of them, as we mentioned, Raylene moved to Calgary to perfect her skills, and she obviously felt she could advance her career by moving to the Calgary area. And that is the end of the round.
Now, here's an interesting fact about Ontario. The Ontario government has it allows kickboxing. It was banned there for several years, but these people cannot do Muay Thai in Ontario. No, low kicks are not allowed there. They're not allowed to do elbows, and they're not allowed to grapple like that.
They can't even practice?
They can practice, but they can't have an actual fight there. So
no fights.
People from Ontario have to go to other provinces in order to practice their sport in real competition.
Well, we've got card girls going around indicating what round is going to be coming up. Joni had actually asked me, well, she said, don't they have card guys? Yes, they've got one, Joni.
Got
for
a
this
card
one.
dude
This
there.
one's for you. They got a card dude. And we watched the training staff. I'm looking over here. The training staff for Melissa's seem to be stretching her leg muscles out. She used to be a little bit tense still.
Well, if you get, obviously from the welts on the side of her leg, those kicks to the leg are starting to have their effect, so they're trying to stop it from cramping on her.
Well, if it cramps, it's tough.
Like a Charlie horse.
It is. You get one of those, everybody knows what that's like. Coaches, I'm watching both coaches over in this, and they're watching very intent. Neither coach is too verbal, though. I don't listen to a lot of the words by the coaches.
Well, it depends on where they're from, because in some areas you're not allowed to speak while your fighter's fighting.
Is that
you can see
Canada
Mike
or
Miles,
Thailand?
No, in Canada.
Okay.
You can see Mike Miles' corner from National Kickboxing. They're very verbal, and they've got what they do is they get all their corner men to pound on the ring canvas whenever their fighter scores.
Well, that's a good way to indicate to your fighter as to the point total.
It gives your fighter support, but it also lets the judges know that your fighter just scored something. So it's kind of a way of manipulating the judging.
If it works, go with it. Blonde bombshell getting thrown down to the mat in that one.
And Melissa Misiuda showing that she does look much stronger than Raylene Kellogg.
Well, she seems to be a little slender, but she's taller, and she seems to have that strength. No question about it.
She's got 5 pounds on Kellogg.
She has 8 pounds, 6 pounds, pardon me, on Kellogg. 6 pounds totals, and she's also got a height discrepancy too. So
yeah,
that's working.
She's very good with those knees.
Coming back, she's controlling her to the ropes.
Again, she's scoring with every one of those kicks, those knees to the body. She's getting a point. Now, and then following up with the rear leg roundhouse was a very good move.
Well, as you mentioned, she caught her.
Kellogg is punishing her legs. And you got to say it for Raylene Kellogg, she is game. She's staying in there. She's not letting Melissa Misiuda intimidate her at all.
No, not at all, not at all. Coaching staff coming over to Melissa, and they're stretching her arms out. All right, you're the coaching staff right now, regardless of which corner we're going to go to. Let's go to the red corner first, in this case, Raylene. What are you going to talk to her about, and what's Mike Miles' staff going to say?
They've got to say you don't let her come in and do the clinch, because she's losing on the clinch. When she's able to stay on the outside and do the leg kick, she's scoring points there.
And we're going to take a bit of a break and come right back with the next round.
Original, local, and entertaining.
Hello, everybody. We just started the next round. The two young ladies out there grappling center, and no question about it, Melissa having the height advantage is controlling this round as well as the previous one.
Round number 4, and Melissa Misiuda is coming on stronger than she initially started with.
Started slow, as you indicated, but as the rounds progress, she's getting stronger.
I'm sure her corner has told her, use the knees. You're able to use them to your advantage. And that height advantage is definitely playing into this strategy for the fight.
It is, in the blonde bombshell. She's having a tough go of it right now. She's holding her own.
She's game, and she's hanging in there.
She is. When she throws, she connects.
But she's got to realize that reach advantage, she's got to protect her head. When she throws anything, she has to protect her head.
Well, as we indicated earlier on, she does hold her arms somewhat farther apart than Melissa.
And right here, she could be doing some uppercuts or some inside leg kicks and causing some
that
damage.
got her with a solid right hand right in the corner. Referee Master John moves in, separates the two of them, pulls them off the ropes, moves them out. I'm looking, Raylene looks tired.
Well, she's taken quite a few hard shots there, especially to the body with the knees, and it's hard to breathe when you repeatedly get a knee to the ribs.
Relax and breathe. That's the key right there.
Give her credit, though. She's hanging in there. She's not backing up. She's biding her time. She's trying to get in.
Full credit. She's no quitter. She's going right after it.
And that's it for round 4. We're coming up to the 5th and final round here, and this could be a deciding thing.
Final round for this Canadian woman welterweight Muay Thai title fight. Who's it gonna be?
I would say if I was the coach for National Kickboxing right now, I'd be telling her to throw everything she can at those legs. Build up some points and crank it in the leg kicks.
Of course, you're talking about Raylene Kellogg in the red corner, and Melissa we're looking at in the blue corner. She seems pretty relaxed there. You can see Raylene over there. Think it's a little bit too late, or she got time to come back?
I think at this point, it could be, but she could win with a knockout. So the only way she's going to do that is to make Melissa Misiuda drop her hands, and the way to do that is by kicking her legs.
And I think also what she's got to do is she's got to start out strong with a low kick to the calf like she did right in round 1.
Exactly.
Go at her very aggressive so you catch her off guard.
She found a weak spot, and I'm thinking that...
but she backed off it.
Yeah. She should have stuck with that strategy that was working for her.
Well, what do they say? If it works, stick with it. If it doesn't, let it go. Good inside left kick.
Oh, that's good one by
Another
Raylene
one.
Kellogg. Okay, now this is what she's got to get away from. That's it. Good girl. She's just got to throw an overhand right over top of Melissa's gloves, just like she did there. Now here's the ref should be breaking this right here because that's not a good grapple.
Nope, referee Master John from Seattle got between the two of them, moved them off the ropes. Going back out, another kick and a right punch.
Melissa's in the black shorts with the white stripe. Melissa Misiuda, when she's on the inside grappling like she just was there, she's winning. So Raylene Kellogg has to keep her off.
Raylene, the blonde bombshell, record of 4-2, 1 KO right now. Melissa Misiuda, we don't have a record of any fights total that she's had so far. Of course, Melissa's from Toronto, Raylene from Calgary, based out of Calgary now, formerly Campbell River. Got to score some more points. Melissa's just throwing her around.
That's it. Melissa's doing the right thing there. Overhand right when she's in that.
Just backs her right into the camera. There's in your face action if you're home viewing this.
We're down here in the splatter zone.
All right. Dying seconds of round 5. Of course, this is the championship. Who's it gonna go? One of them will come out victorious in this one. Going at her. Raylene's taken in the corner.
Melissa Misiuda is wearing her down now. You can see it, but Raylene's still game. She's still hanging in there.
Raylene's still connected, even though she looks like she's lost a couple of rounds. Just because of sheer drive from Melissa and the way she's attacked.
At this point, she needs a knockout to win. And that's
not going to get it.
Not going to get it.
End of round 5.
Misiuda looks like she's taken this, but you never know. I've seen the judges' scorecards before that have been totally opposite to what we thought.
I think we've all seen judges' scorecards that we don't agree with, but interesting rounds, all 5 of them. Got to give both of these young ladies a lot of credit for standing up to each other Going in, don't forget we mentioned earlier on, Melissa had a 6-pound advantage. That's not from my vantage, but watch this. We'll take a look at the replay on this one. Watch how the two of them come together.
Dragon tattoo.
You can see Melissa getting the upper hand.
Punch kick combination by Melissa Misiuda. She's really coming on strong in this last round. And I can't see how Raylene Kellogg could have taken it.
Well, the key for Melissa's success was that she never quit from the opening, despite the fact that Raylene got an early start.
And she used her reach advantage.
Her reach and her height.
Considerably.
And so we resort to the judges' scorecards.
A split decision, is that what he said?
I can't see that personally, but
so they resort
you never
to
know. I've seen some pretty incredibly bad judging decisions
to
before.
the judges' scorecards. This will be interesting. If you were judging, I think I would go 2 rounds for Raylene and 3 for Melissa.
That's what I would have judged too.
After 5 rounds of Muay Thai action, we resort to the judges' scorecards. Judge Dale Bakey scores the bout 50-45. Judge Joe Stranad scores the bout 50-46. Judge Glenn Kalinsko scores the bout 50-45, all in favor of the blue corner,
Melissa Misiuda.
There you go. It was a unanimous decision. I would have been quite surprised if any judge had have given that as a split decision.
Well, I thought I'd heard him indicate it was a split decision and they had to revert to the judges' scorecard. There you can see the match score. Melissa Misiuda has 50 points and Raylene the Blonde Bomber Kellogg had 45.
So
Your
Melissa
thoughts on that?
Misiuda won, unanimously, she won every round.
Okay, Melissa.
But I think Raylene Kellogg, to give her credit, she could have won 2 of those rounds.
Okay, Melissa won the Canadian Women's Welterweight Muay Thai Title Fight Championship for round number 3. And we don't want anybody to touch that dial because we're going to come back with our next match right after this timeout.
What would you look at in terms of what
of the assets prior to distribution?
did you find real value?
The 3.8% rise.
Money talks. When Chris Tidd talks about money, you should be listening.
Nasi goreng, pad thai, tom yum goong. Are these the Leafs' latest picks? Join us to find out on Spicy Steve as we explore the tantalizing cuisines of Southeast Asia.
You're watching Shaw TV.
We now have with us the newly crowned Canadian Women's Welterweight Muay Thai champion, Melissa Misiuda. Melissa, tell us about the fight.
It was great. I've never fought 5 rounds of Muay Thai before, but I felt good. Really put up a really good fight. You know, I think we both trained really, really hard for this, and I think it was visible.
Now, there was a fair height difference in the fight. Did that have a significant role in it?
I would think so. I don't know. I think I definitely used it to my advantage. But when she got in close, you know, she took advantage of that opportunity. So,
congratulations on a great fight and good luck.
Thank you very much.
We're now heading right back to the